third graders, it's Mrs. Compton. I want to get crafty today. Let's think about how we would break up 12 times 9 to make it an easier problem. So as you can see here, I have a rectangular array. Now, an array tells us how much area is on the inside, and that gives us the answer to our multiplication question here, 12 times 9. So down here I have listed 9 squares. I'm going to double check just to make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then across, actually I'm going to go ahead and just type out my 9 right there. Across, I'm hoping I have 12. Double check my work on that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, got it. So how would you solve to find out what 12 times 9 is? Or actually 9 times 12, because we could switch up around our factors and get the same answer, right? All right, so I want you to hit pause and think about how you would break apart these factors. We are back, and I have a guess. I'm going to guess that some of you probably decided to break up the 12 into a 10 and a 2. Remember when we were in first grade and second grade and we spent a lot of time working with tens? Well, we're still working with tens now, but we're just kind of using it for multiplication. So maybe you broke apart this 12 into a 10 and a 2, and then you looked at it like this. And you thought, all right, I could do 9 times 10. Actually, let's do 10 times 9. And you probably know that's 90. And then over here, you would have 2 times 9. 2 times 9. And you might know that's 18, or maybe you would count by 2s. Whichever way works, right? I'm going to turn that sideways real quick, fit it in there. There we go. Now, what would the answer to 9 times 12, or 12 times 9 be all together? So we'd have to look and see how many squares we'd have all together. So let's write it out. 10 times 9 plus 2 times 9 equals, what's 90 plus 18? That would equal 108. All right, I bet some people did that, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that some people got crafty and did something else. So I'm going to erase. I want you guys to think about another way you might do this. What's another way that you could figure out 12 times 9 and make it easy on yourself? What do you already know? Maybe you know how to break up the 9. Let's try that one. So maybe some of you, decided that instead of breaking up the 12, this time you'd break the 9. So let's see, maybe you broke it into a 5 because you know how to count by 5s, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could break it right there. Maybe you're like, oh, okay, I could do that pretty easily, but I don't know my 12, so now I'm kind of stuck. So maybe you decided, well, you know what, I'm going to break up my 12 again. So you can actually do that too. So you can break the 12 into a 10 and a 2. Did anybody do that? Guys, we're getting into 4th grade material over here. This is kind of crazy. So now we've got all these littler pieces, but we can still count them out. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is what? You guys probably know that. 50. And then down here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10. So 4 groups of 10. 4 groups of 10 is 40. And then we have these smaller pieces here. 5 times 2. I know you know it. 5 times 2 equals 10. And shrinking that down and flip it around. Should we keep it sideways? I think I will. Feeling a little crooked today, kids. All right. Then the last one we have is 4 groups of 2, right? So 4 groups of 2 makes 8. Did anybody do that? Maybe, maybe not. But let's see if we get the same answer as last time. Let's see if we get 108 if we add up all the pieces together. So we've got a 50 and a 40, a 10 and an 8. All right, since I know you guys are an experienced group of people looking for friendly numbers, I'm going to guess that you probably added the 10 and the 40 together to make 50 first. And then you did 50 plus 50 is 100. And 100 plus 8 is 108. Did anybody do that? You can get crafty in all kinds of ways. Math is so fun because it's so creative. You can just kind of look at breaking apart numbers and look at different strategies that other people in your class are using. Okay, so I'm going to take another guess. Let's see. Maybe you decided, ooh, I know. Maybe some of you are like, I know I could break up my 9 into a 3 and another 3. Let me see, I'm going to get my 3s in there first. 1, 2, 3, and another 3, and another 3. So maybe you're like, aha, I only have to solve 3 times 12 and then do it 3 times and I'll get my answer. So that's kind of fancy schmancy. So do you know what 3 times 12 is? Let's see, do you know what 3 times 10 is? You probably do. And then you would have these over here that's left, right? So let's see. This would be 30, 32, 34, 36. Okay, so 12 times 3 is 36. So maybe we even thought about that. 12 times 3 equals 36. And you're like, well, all I have to do is do that 3 times. Ah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then all you do is add up the 36s. Okay, and I bet you would say 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And 30 plus 30 plus 30 is 90. Hey, and we have 90 plus 18, just like we did in the first one here, right? If we did it that way. So again, we get 108. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I didn't even see that was going to happen with the 90 and the 18 there. Okay, I have one more guess, and this guess is super crafty. So I really need to know if anybody did this one. So if you did use this strategy, you've got to send me an email and say, that was my strategy. Tell me in the notes. Okay, so here's my next guess. Maybe you were like, I don't know 12 times 9, but I do know 12 times 10. So maybe you just added on another row and figured out what 12 times 10 is. And you said 12 times 10 equals, let's write it out first. 12 times 10 equals 120. And then you're like, well, I didn't actually need that row right there. So now I have to remove it off of the 120. So all of this here is 120, and then you're like, but I need to take off some. So here we go. We're taking off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have to add on, or excuse me, we have to subtract off one group of 12 because we added on an extra group of 12. So 120 minus those 12 there would be what? Okay, I already know what you're telling me. 120 minus 10 is 110. 110 minus 2 is 108. So looky there, we got 108 again. Doesn't matter which way we did it. Okay, did anyone do that? Raise your hand if you did it. I need to know because that is some good strategizing. All right, kids, I'll see you next time. Bye.